Hey there folks, and welcome to the next 600 PP tryouts, but not just any 600 PP tryouts, but the 600 SP tryouts. What is the 600 SP tryouts? 600 SP tryouts is where I put grade 4 cars against each other while they sit at a performance measure of 600 PP. So in other words, these are cars that you can use for WTC 600 if you so choose. I will note, it's not as great as the 600 PP tryouts, but it is okay. You gotta be careful about some things. All said. So, what is its goals to beat, you might be asking? Well, for obvious measure, its goal is to beat the 600 WTC endurance race that is in Tokyo Expressway of either east clockwise or west clockwise if you want to. And also to check out some sprint examples, like the example here is the WTC 600 tournament that is at Red Bull Ring, I believe it's called. But yeah, that here, so to say. But yeah, so in that mischievous white rabbit behind me, I somehow got up here in front, but yeah, that is an example of such. I will note there is a certain criteria of cars that are not going to be appearing in this competition, though, I will say, due to reasons, and that reasons is the FF cars. None of the FF cars at grade 4 are not participating in this because they are just not worth it. They are just simply just not worth it because, as the saying goes, you put too much high horsepower, it's just not good enough, Captain. For some reason, they started way too bad on the ground, I would say. But yeah, FF cars are banned unless I find a way to make them appropriate enough for 600 PP. Then it's fine, but otherwise, they're just strangely terrible. Also, where FRs are okay, and then all-wheel drives mostly are gonna be good. I'm just gonna say that. Well, I'll say that. And then you got some MRs here and there. So the special Megane trophy race car, for example. Because I will say all these cars are going to be the contestants. Because unlike 600 PP, where I'm not going to be showing all of them, this I'm definitely showing all of them. Like, this is all your contestants are going to be. I will say I'm going to be changing decals here and there for some of these cars that really need it, and some of them that are just fine dandy. Like example, the Megane trophy race car, I don't expect any decal changes on that one. I guess this one looks pretty. I don't mind that. Pretty simple in a good way. But ones like that Sylvia there, definitely going to have a decal change and such. Yeah, that's just basic. Like I said. Don't know what I'm going to change it to at the end of it, but you can see some examples I already done, like the Veyron. I have done this Veyron before. Yeah, now you got all these pretty colors. And an owl. Yeah, if I remember right, I put an owl on this. Cause yeah, the Veyron does look like an owl. And yeah, the fact that there's a Veyron in a grade 4. The lowest class of GTs, by the way. I believe. Then you got some special ones like the DTM, that is the 155. Very special one. Wondering when we're going to get the other two. Cause yeah, there's the Mercedes. I can't remember the name on that one. But it's a very special Mercedes anyway. But I do know the BMW M3, because that's what's appearing in my head. The Mercedes one is the same, but you know what I mean. You got ones like the special ones like the 4C and even the 86 GTs making a comeback again, too. Although that is the older 86. Then you had the Viper, which, yep, I definitely decalled that one for sure. You've been seeing that one since the teaser of 650 PP tryouts. If you've watched, I believe the Dodge Super B. Doesn't matter. Such. You got some really old grade 4s like the SLS. But yeah, you'll be seeing these in the next tryouts. So I'm about to do the first one, which is, again, the Viper. Such. Yeah, just showcasing a quick sprint race, see how quick these cars are. I will say some of them are tuned, some of them aren't. I'll just say like the last 8 aren't, for the most part. That GT7's weird, because that's blue rims and then the weird turquoise color. But yeah, there's some really interesting details here and there, but then there's ones that are just, yeah, dude, this needs a overhaul big time. So in this one, because even the grade 4 Italia doesn't have any detail. I don't understand or cute on that, but anyways, you have the Citron. But yeah, we get to see the GT by Citron because there's a grade 4 variant of that. But yeah, I had this plan for a while for a grade 4. I had, well, not just grade 4. There are plans to be grade 3 too. But for now, grade 4 such, and perhaps some other special ones too. I'll watch for that. So in rally cars. Rally cars will probably participate sometime soon, I would think. See how fast they go. Spoilers, a lot quicker. A lot quicker. Very much quicker. Yeah. But yeah, this is what I have a plan in mind for the next tryouts here. Because yeah, I was gonna do this as soon as I hit 10 tryouts on the 650 pp tryouts and then move on to this one. And see how crazy I can get with these cars for 600. Because I will say, as they sit like 650, it doesn't feel right for some reason. It's like it doesn't feel that quick and such. So I instead just turn around and did this. Turn it into what is essentially a road race car, if you will. Where they're race cars, but they're using road tires, even though I will say the AIs aren't using road tires, because that's the one issue I have in mind when we get to the AI battles. Because yeah, they're going to be using race cars, and matter of fact, I'm just probably going to be switching some cars to racing cars from now on when it comes to lesser PP tryouts in the future. I have in mind. Because the fact that they changed the tires and they don't get to put on the tires I want to give them until there is an update sometime in the future where they actually change the tires to what tires you want to give them. But for now, it is what it is, and it's not fun. But yeah, got the Megane Trippy. Yeah, I'm just trying to eye on all of them because yeah, I'm just up there in the front. Not technically that hard with racing hard tires, although I will say that time is blistering quick. I wish they did that time. They don't do that time with sports hards, because I will say sports hards, to give you an idea, they do about 211, which is about right for some measures, although I will say all-wheel drives will be quicker than that. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the all-wheel drives are going to be the champions on this. So the vast majority I'm seeing is all-wheel drives, except for like the 4C. The 4C is pretty quick, I gotta say. I think that is one I might have tweaked. Because I can't remember which ones I did tweak, except for like the first 8 I can think of here. I didn't know it was for sure if I did tweak the 4C, but it really shows though. But yeah, this is basically the goal I have in mind for the tryouts in the future here, such. Yeah, just showcasing this race and stuff, and what comes to next for this race and stuff. Cause I have fun doing this series, but I know there's not a whole audience to want to know such yet, or not. I don't know. It's weird. I just make it because I want to. So at the end of it. Not because, oh, it's bees, such. So yeah, that basically wraps up what I'm planning to show here, people. I hope you enjoy what you watch here for a glimpse of the future. But until then, I'll see you guys all next time for the first tryouts of the 600 SP. So until then, I'll see you guys then. Take care.